Well, welcome to this video where I'll be showing you why we love Umbraco. My name is Jason Labat. I'm from Bonsai Media Group. We've been a gold certified partner since 2011, and Umbraco has really enabled us to build amazing experiences and help companies grow their business. We've won a lot of awards because of it, and we worked with companies large and small. We built Amazon's internal HR site, ownyourcareers.amazon.com. As well as Primeline, iSupport, Seattle Union Gospel Mission, and many others. For those that don't know, Umbraco is an enterprise CMS built on the .NET framework and is open source. It's used by companies like Microsoft, Amazon, Bank of America, Mercedes, and countless other Fortune 100 companies because of its rich set of content publishing capabilities and its bank-level security. There are over 500,000 active installs, many of those prominent sites. There's a community of over 220,000 developers, and there are over 1,200 Umbraco packages that are free. And you can see those by going to the packages pages. They have some for SEO, some for Google Map integrations. They have a package for just about anything that you need. In addition, Umbraco boasts apps. So you can easily bolt on an intranet as well as newsletter integration, forms, e-commerce, and a lot more. Umbraco support, training, and community is really unmatched. As a gold level partner, we're able to speak directly with the core dev team at HQ. In addition to that, the training from Umbraco TV to their documentation to their free webinars. You can also get certified online. There's a really robust community and documentation to do that. And then, of course, the community where you have the forum. You've got some more guides and as well as meetups that are happening all around the world, including here in the Great Northwest. All right, now that we've got a good idea of what Umbraco is, let's get into the back end and see how Umbraco works. And today we'll be going through some examples of version 7 and version 8. And so when you get in here, you'll see that we have our home page, and I can easily come down here to the industry detail page as an example is what I'm going to create here. So I'm going to click create. I'm creating an item under industry, and I'm going to use the industry template. And here what this does is it pre-populates your page with default content. So I don't have to worry about making sure that this page follows the designs. All I have to do is come in here, and if I want to give this an industry name, I'm just going to call it government. And you can see the visual editor will update so that it shows government here. When I come into the back end, if I want to add an image, I'll show you how Umbraco does it because it's really pretty nice. So I'm going to upload one from my computer. This image is 2.39 megabytes, so not something that you'd really want to upload to a content management system typically. So we'll select this one, and I'm going to set the focal point so that it's on my face. We'll click submit, and now our image is in here. Now I can come here and click save, and then I'll have the option to preview the page that I've just been working on. And our page loads right up. And then from here we can see that here's this image I just added. And the really cool thing about this is that this image that I originally uploaded was 2.3 megabytes. And so when we open this image, let's see what the actual file size is. And as we can see here, it's only 51 kilobytes. And so Umbraco has gone ahead and done the heavy lifting for us and optimized it for web. And the really cool thing too is that we didn't have to jump to the media section or do anything there. We can actually see in media that this image is in here, and we can see that there's different crop sizes for different use cases. So if it was to be used as a banner, that's what this image would look like. If it was used on a phone, that's what it would look like. And so if I update this focal point, it's going to update all of these images so that this is in focus no matter where it's being used. This also ensures that our website is fast to load no matter whether they're coming on a mobile device or on an HD Retina screen. Adding video is also really easy in Umbraco. All I have to do is come here, type in the video that I want implemented. In this case, it's this one. I can resize it if I like. I can just drop it right in here and it's automatically going to pull that embed code. Umbraco makes it really easy to embed just about anything into your site. So in this example, I'll show you how we can embed a Google map. So here I just grab my code, come back into Umbraco here, and then I can just drop this code right in here, click submit, and then my interactive Google map is on the page. The next feature I want to show you that content administrators especially love is the rollback feature. So let's say when editing a page, you accidentally deleted and published a section from a page and realized that, oh, you know what, I actually didn't want to do that. It's really simple to roll back. So Umbraco handles all the versioning control. All I have to do is come back here and select the previous version, say this one, and then it's automatically going to show me what's different. I can just roll back, and now we can see that the section that I had previously deleted shows back up. I can save and publish, and that information is there. And while we're in here, another feature that content administrators especially love is scheduled publishing. So if I want to have this published at a certain date and time, I can do that. Similarly, if I want to unpublish it, say a few days later, once a special has completed, it's very easy to do so. I save and schedule, and then it will be published at that time and unpublished on the 20th. Another really cool feature of Umbraco is its content publishing workflow. And what this allows is for more people in your organization to get involved with creating content, whether that be blogs for thought leadership or creating landing pages for various needs. And so here I'm logged in as a writer. And so you can see I can save and I can send for approval. So I can't actually publish this page on the site. But when I send it for approval, the content administrator will get a notification, and then they can actually come into the industries page. They can see this test 2, and when they get in here, they can save and send to publish once they've reviewed it and make sure that it looks good. All right, so now that we've looked at why content administrators love Umbraco, let's take a look at why designers and developers love Umbraco. And Umbraco is a responsive CMS built for responsive websites. And earlier I showed you how we created a page from a predefined template or design. But in this example, I'll show you what it's like to create a page on the fly. So these are great for, if you need to create a landing page for a conference, or, you just want a different layout. It's really simple. I just come in here, and again, it's the same way that front end is done. So you pick columns. So in this case, I'm going to pick a one column for my banner. I'm going to pick another column for my body copy. I'll pick a 2 column for some call to actions. And then let's say I want to end this page with some case studies. And so from here, I can just really simply come in here. It's going to have these predefined content widgets that I'm able to add. So I'm going to select a banner. And then the banner is going to come in, and I can choose from our colors from our branded style guide. I can bring these in here. I'll set some of these settings quickly just as an example. And then, of course, there are a lot of other options. I could set a background video for that banner, but for this example, we'll keep it pretty simple. And now I've got a beautifully formatted banner. And then from down here, I'm going to add some copy using a RTE, which is a rich text editor. And I'm just going to paste some content in here. And again, if I want to add a header, very simple to do. I just select that. I choose my header 5, which again follows our web style guide. I'm then going to add my CTAs. And in Umbraco, we have a CTA builder. So all I have to do is select one of these, get the free edition, and it's going to bring that call to action into this page. And if I change that CTA once in the background and in the back end where we manage our CTAs, it'll update across all pages that are using that CTA, which if you've ever had to go through updating a site, it makes it really simple. So we use the Get Started Now and the free consultation. And so those are going to size in here. We can see those. And then let's say I want to end this by bringing in a feed of case studies. So let's say I want to bring in 3 case studies, and we will say that I want to select case studies. I could do blogs or drivers or employees or any other items, but I'm going to choose case study items. From there, I'm going to choose my layout. I'm going to choose the case study layout, and I am going to update this, and it's going to automatically pull in relevant case studies. I could set the category to a specific category. And here, I have the basic layout of a page. I'll give it a name. We'll call it test 2. I will click save, and then I can preview the page as I've shown you before. But before we do that, I want to show you a couple of other features that developers and designers really especially love. So on each of these columns, and even each of the different content widgets, you'll see this gear icon. And here's where you can, for instance, add a hash link if you want to give have a link that goes directly to a point on a page. Super simple to do. If I want to add a scroll animation such that it fades in after 1 second, if I want to make this full width, in this case I do, and I want to make the content full width, I can do that. I can also hide it on phones or tablets or restrict columns to desktop. I can add some padding, which I probably should do in this case, and a lot of other features here. We won't get too deep into those. Again, here I can come in here, add a scroll animation, and if I like, I can add some padding to it to get it to look just so. And then we'll do the same on this one. And once I've set all of my settings, I can just come in here and preview this page, and we'll see all the styling settings. So we'll see that this banner is full width. We'll see each of these here that there's padding, and we've got a dynamically generated page. And then if I want to see, okay, looks good here, but what's it going to look like on a laptop or a tablet in landscape or a mobile phone? So you can see that with Umbraco, you can easily create custom designed pages with features and functionalities like animations and colors and background images and background videos that previously would take tons of lines of code and a developer to do. But with the way that we've built Umbraco, you can control all of these settings directly in the back end. All right, the next feature you got to check out are Umbraco forms. So we can see each of our forms back here in the back end here. And the cool thing about Umbraco is first of all, it will integrate directly with your CRM. And so we can even pull in forms from your CRM. The other really cool thing about it is that we keep a backup of each contact that came through this form. So if something breaks with your CRM, don't worry, we are saving these securely in a SQL database. If I want to create an additional form, I can just come here, click create, and start selecting the fields that I want to go in here, as well as I can choose the routing. So when on submit, submit message and go to a specific page, and then send a template email to whomever the email is that I'd like. And then when it comes to the actual page, if I wanted to, in this page that we were just building, add a form to the bottom of the page, it's really simple. So maybe I want to have it centered. I'll choose this narrow layout. And then from there, I'll choose content. I will grab the form and I will choose the form that I want. I'm going to choose the by bartender form as an example. I'm going to choose the seagull styling, and then just like that, I'll be able to see this form live and on the site. All right, then we can come in here and we can take a look at this form by bartender. Nice padding. We've got a form that I've created, or pre-selected form, and it can be integrated into any page, whether that's a blog post, whether that's a case study, a white paper, doesn't matter. Super simple. And of course, it's fully responsive. While I'm here, I'll also show you this cool feature. This is something that we do. We use user snap. So as you're using the site, or as we're building it, it's really easy to come in here and highlight an issue that you may have encountered. It'll go directly to us with your browser, with your operating system, and developers really appreciate this as they're able to accurately troubleshoot issues that are encountered. All right, the last thing I want to show you designers and developer types is, if we need to make edits to our code, it's really easy to do. We can actually get in here and see our code. We can also see our style sheets, our above the fold style sheet, and we can make changes to our CSS. Of course, this is not available to, this is only available to developer user types on the CMS. So if you need to change something, you can quickly and easily do that right here. All right, let's take a quick minute to talk about why sales and marketing people especially love Umbraco. The first thing is that they're able to get pages up on the website much faster. In addition to that, the website is extremely fast to load, and Umbraco really gets out of the way and doesn't add extraneous markup, which is great for SEO. And speaking of which, we can set some SEO parameters right here. We can also use our SEO checker to come in here and set domain level settings. And so we can force the www or not. We can add a trailing hash, so we have consistent domain name usage. We can add our redirects. We can set general rules. We can add a robots.txt file, a dynamically generated XML sitemap, as well as our OG meta tags for Facebook and Twitter. All you have to do is add in our Facebook app ID or the Twitter card. And then on each of our pages, it'll automatically provide the OG meta tag, the SEO meta information, the XML sitemap, everything that your marketing team needs to provide the search engines and the social platforms to drive more traffic and more business. Again, sales and marketing people also love Umbraco forms just as much as developers do. The ability to right-click and create a form and add questions, having them integrated into their CRM so no data is lost, being able to direct them after a successful completion to a thank you page, and make sure that they get an email for that. So for conferences or specific landing pages, this makes it really nice. In addition, as I showed earlier, we keep each of the form submissions. Not only do we send it to your CRM, but we keep a backup of each submission in a SQL database so that you never lose that important sales data. Finally, sales and marketing people really love Umbraco's ability to enable them to open up business in new areas. So if they want to have a site in the UK or in Germany, wherever, it's really easy for them to create that site. If they need to get it translated, all they have to do is click the page that they want translated, and they're going to send to translate right here. They're going to choose the language that they want it to go to, or the specific site. In this case, I'll say German. They click add, and then their translation partner will get an email notifying them that there's a new page to actually translate. And you can see exactly where each of your translation jobs are, from any jobs that are pending in each of the different languages, and ensure that your content is being translated in a timely manner. Excellent. Well, thank you all very much for watching this much of this 20+ minute video about why we love Umbraco, and why content administrators and sales and marketing people and designers and developers really love Umbraco. Umbraco really gets out of the way to allow you to build beautiful, responsive customer experiences and grow your business online. And so there are so many features that I couldn't list in here. So if you have any specific questions, please feel free to email me directly at jlaba@bonsaimediagroup.com. Again, we're a gold certified partner, have been since 2011, and would love to answer any questions that you have.